Most of y'all are trash. I'ma just and y'all know it.
If you're David, you gonna hit this vision that I got, or
Absolutely.
we gonna be here all night until you get it. Because we didn't have auto-tune.
I did. I just didn't use it for y'all.
and you in the Illuminati?
I mean, I've been trying to join for a long time.
So
they ain't called me yet. As soon as they call me, I'm joining. I'm letting y'all know. Don't play.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
All right, folks, welcome back to another week of That's How You Feel. As always, I am the other host, Levi, and this is the host, Caleb. We have a special guest today, currently getting ready, but I had a couple questions for you, Caleb. What's a popular song you cannot stand?
I thought you were gonna say a popular song that I love that other people can't stand. A popular song I can't stand. I don't know, dude. I don't want to be a hater. Like Taylor Swift songs, I'm not.
Some of them are good. Some of them are overrated.
Okay, but to be honest though, I have what's her new album called? The Dead Poet Society?
Tortured Poets Department.
Whatever. I haven't heard one song off that thing.
It's not that good. No, yes, you have. Fortnite. In a fortnight now.
I've never.
I promise you've heard that song.
I haven't. It's on Fortnite?
No. It's called Fortnite.
Oh, it's called. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard that before. Because I don't listen to the radio. So there's a lot of stuff I just don't.
This is perfect for you. A celebrity that was unfairly canceled.
We've done
Johnny Depp.
He got canceled?
Well, he did when Amber Heard came out with allegations.
Hey.
Which is funny because Blake Lively, everyone canceled Justin Baldoni for a second. Well, guess who's coming out with some receipts now? And Blake Lively might be in the wrong. And Ryan Reynolds, apparently. They may be in the wrong. There's a lot to come.
I love that you are invested in.
What are you going to do if
lives.
Ryan Reynolds did something wrong?
First of all, I would have to know who Ryan Reynolds is. 2, I would have to know Deadpool. I know who Ryan Reynolds is. He was in a movie with
Hugh Jackman.
I was gonna say Sandra Bullock, The Proposal.
I just watched that movie.
Great movie.
Rest in peace, Betty White.
Yep. You
knew she died, right?
Okay, this is gonna sound real messed up. When she died, when I saw the news that Betty White passed, I said it's about time.
Man, I was so upset. That was probably one of the deaths. I wasn't so upset.
That was the first thought I was like, about time. Because I was like, she's old.
No, but whenever you thought she was gonna, you knew she was gonna die eventually. But I remember we lived in our old house. I think maybe I went into the bedroom. I was like, babe, Betty White died, and she's like, you're just kidding, because people have been saying. And I was like, no, seriously, she died. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
So it was a little
rest in peace, Betty White. But
do big things up there, big mama.
There hasn't yet to be James Earl Jones. I think what was the other guy's name? James Avery. Those 2 people, those deaths have kind of hit me a little bit harder because I remember their careers.
Quincy Jones.
I remember their careers. So when they died, the deaths that will hit me will be like Danny Glover, Sam Jackson when he passes, Denzel, because he's 70. He's got...
No, for Denzel will be a...
Yeah,
I'll tell you, you know what? John Q is a underrated, phenomenal movie.
It's not underrated.
I don't feel like people give that movie enough credit. It's not talked about. It's a good movie.
But a song that I feel like that I love that most people didn't like or don't like at all, I really love Gangnam Style.
I don't think that was the question.
No, but it was.
But that's a
crazy.
Weird choice. Yeah, that's crazy.
Gangnam Style. So where's our guest at?
Bro, every time that someone does that in Fortnite, I slide kick them out of the way.
The Gangnam Style?
Yeah.
I love that dance. I love that whole song.
No. I got one more for you. What? Because I know my answer on this. A famous movie you dislike.
I don't really dislike any movies.
Inception.
Never saw it.
I don't like it. My wife hates it. I don't like it.
Tenet wasn't good.
I don't think I watched
Tenet was another Christopher Nolan film. It wasn't like I remember watching it going, what is going on the whole time? I was so confused at it.
You got any questions for me?
Questions for you? No, not really. I don't really. An animal you dislike?
Ooh.
Shout out to Dice
Cats.
Games. Shout out to Dice Games playing Bad Opinions right now. Just killing some time as we wait for our guest to come back. Well, like I said, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out our Patreon. We got different tiers of subscriptions so you can come in, get discount codes. There's bonus content for other levels. We may even come up with like another level where you might get to pay to be a guest on the show. You know? So be on the lookout. Stuff is happening.
We're an A-list show. Like, it takes some money to become a guest.
Pay us to come on the show. Unless we ask you to come on the show.
Unless you're related.
Unless you're related. Davey, are you ready to come on the show again?
Ready, baby.
Oh, well, my brother is back again for another...
Guess who's back?
Another week.
Back again. Dovey's back.
You can walk in whenever. We're literally waiting on you.
We see the out.
My theme song.
Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum.
Oh my god.
Hey, rap money. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never had this on the show.
He's been waiting to hit me since he got here.
We about to get canceled.
We got the Prince of Dubai, Mr. Davi, here with us.
The Prince of Dubai. That's a crazy title.
So, no, he actually did go to Dubai, though. We're going to talk about that a little bit today.
Good. I love that sweatshirt. That's fly.
If you don't know, I actually wear this on a lot of the episodes.
I know.
This is actually your brother's old Chiefs jersey.
We gotta get Levi fitted with some Dojo in the Sky.
Fitted?
Fitted, yeah.
You got to get fitted for it?
We'll get you right.
No, I actually am excited to learn. So, Davi's back. We had him on last week. He talked about growing up with Caleb. We're actually going to talk about
from Dubai.
All the way from Dubai.
From Dubai, baby.
Yeah, which actually we're legit going to talk
From
about
Dubai,
that today.
baby.
But I'm excited to hear about Dojo in the Sky, which is your company, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But
Dojo in the Sky is a conglomerate. It's a business within businesses that's own businesses.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
okay,
Shout out to your baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on.
I feel like he put this on and a new person came out.
Of course.
All right, well, let's go to some comments. So we talked about poverty snacks.
Man, we should have gotten to that in the last episode.
Speaking of poverty snacks, I had a syrup sandwich.
Why though?
Because y'all were hyping it up so much.
Because syrup sandwiches used to hit when you was hungry.
They still good. Not gonna
Hey,
lie, they slapped.
you know what I just saw the other day was tuna sandwiches, tuna spread with the mayonnaise and stuff. I was like, wow, that's a struggle buggle sandwich right there.
We had those a lot growing up.
Nah, because
We love tuna salad.
Canned tuna.
Do you like tuna?
Nah, I'm not doing that no more.
Well,
like fresh tuna
Yeah, on sushi.
on sushi.
but you never had like a tuna salad, like
Yes.
mayo?
Yeah, we had all that.
There were
It's
things
good.
there were things that you had to eat.
Oh, you're talking about those little like packets? Oh, those
That's
are good.
crazy.
We get with the crackers.
Yeah, we're talking about poverty snacks.
So Dr. Flint-Dibble said none of these fools missed a meal.
They was looking at our video and was like, none of y'all missed a meal. And
Yeah.
so we did. We said
We ate a lot of poverty snacks.
there were
Okay,
just poverty meals because me and Quinn talked about syrup sandwiches. Quinn grew up on like buttered noodles.
Buttered noodles.
Buttered noodles.
did he or did I just come up with that?
Quinn said buttered noodles. I was like, no, we had syrup
Because I
sandwiches,
kept telling you butter noodles.
cheese sandwiches, like microwave cheese and sugar sandwiches,
Microwave cheese and
cheese
sugar
and
sandwich.
a slice of cheese,
I remember that.
some sugar on it. Boy,
It hit. I don't know why, but it hits.
Really?
That's crazy. I shouldn't be talking like that in this.
Recap 24. So when we did our recap of 2024 episode, Christy Foreman, you guys might know him, commented that intro music and pre-roll was fire. Then the countdown, which is when we all went to the countdown. Unexpectedly, Caleb did not. But I do want to say, shout out to our producer. It's season 2, y'all. We're doing things big this season. We have a new intro video. It's amazing. So props to Julia because she's the greatest.
real talk.
And then this was actually cool. So celebrity deaths went kind of viral a little bit. kind of popped off on TikTok. Someone said, came here from TikTok just to watch the full version of Caleb not knowing anything about pop culture.
I like that I don't know nothing about pop culture. I love not being invested in people's lives that I don't know.
I think we need to have like a pop culture corner now.
That's fine.
Where I try to update. I'll have to do some research. I update you and just get your reactions. So
I don't know. It's not that I don't know. I wholeheartedly don't care about what's going on in other people's lives.
You don't care.
Even if it's your friend or family?
That's not what I said. That is what I said.
So, Davi, I know what I meant. Boy, I know that you put Caleb on baby wipes because he's mentioned that on the show.
I put a lot of people on baby wipes.
Yeah, I finally brought him back into the household. They've been glorious.
You know the test to do with baby wipes? This is how you convince people. You put a little drop of mustard on their hand, right there. And then you say, all right, now wipe it off with some toilet paper. And then you say, smell your hand. You still smell this because mustard is very strong. And then you say, all right, cool. You wipe it off with the baby wipe. Boom. And they're convinced. They're sold after they don't smell mustard.
Never done the mustard test, but that makes sense. Well, have you ever had poopery?
Yeah. You
have?
Yeah.
So we had mentioned it. Oh, no, it got mentioned because when we went to Vegas, we went to the lobby bathroom to go poop. So that was one of Caleb's rules. We couldn't poop in the room. We had to go to the lobby.
I get that.
So someone said bring poopery. We made a video about it. Poopery commented on it and said this is my favorite conversation.
Poopery the company.
Congratulations, guys.
Which I was like, yeah, I'm here for it. Can you send some poopery for Caleb and I'll take a bottle?
If they send us some stuff, I'm gonna be upset. Like we're gonna have the worst sponsors. The best sponsors.
Used your squatty potty yet?
I have. I'm not a fan.
What's that?
A squatty potty? It's basically it's a step.
It takes a second to get used to.
Oh, it's a step ladder. Oh, that thing that they sold everybody.
You're supposed to
anybody who bought that is stupid. Just get a little step ladder from the Dollar General store,
or get a squatty potty because that's
just never mind.
I bought your brother one, so
that's crazy.
Use it when you get back to the house.
I don't know. I still don't know how to like. I was gonna say assemble it, but I don't know how to get on it.
No, you sit down, you put your feet up.
You sit down and then you put your feet up.
I couldn't figure out the.
You don't stand on it and then sit down.
I tried that.
You fail. I know you.
You also have to pull it out from the toilet.
You know how dumb I felt? My pants around my ankles, standing on this thing, going, how do I get that?
That's not how you're supposed to use this.
Well, but did you pull it out from the toilet?
I did. Eventually, I sat down first, and I was like, all right, let me. And I'm trying to hold in going to the restroom while I'm trying to get set up with this stupid thing. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing. And then I sat down and I'm like, this feels so dumb. I don't feel like it helped. I don't feel like it.
I think it
Give
does
it a
over
couple
time.
Tries.
I think it does over time help. I think it definitely helps your bowel movements.
I don't know. I don't care. I didn't care for it.
There's a video that it's animation.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I want a tutorial. I want you to send me a tutorial. I want you to send me a video of you using
You are not seeing my stark naked on camera.
That's crazy.
I am not starting OnlyFans this year.
Whatever.
Well, actually, inflation is real.
Question of the day, buddy.
Question of the day.
No. Give me your top 3 comedians out of this photo right here.
Yeah. This is a good discussion.
For me, I'm gonna just go first because I
already know for me.
If I want to laugh, and I mean double over laugh, I'm not.
We probably gonna agree on this.
No, we're not. I'm gonna say for me, I'm gonna say Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is probably number 1.
Rest in peace.
He's my number 1.
Number 2 is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, we don't agree on that.
Eddie Murphy, and the sad thing is he's only got 2 specials, Raw and Delirious, but those are hilarious. I listened to those when I was on a plane and I was bent over laughing. And then number 3, because if I want to just laugh, I'm going with Mike Epps. Mike Epps makes me laugh.
Yeah. So
double, ha ha, audible, laughter.
And this is a good list. But I'm gonna have to replace Dave Chappelle with Eddie Murphy because I love the intelligence.
Eddie Murphy with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I love the intelligence.
Dave Chappelle's hilarious, but I don't think he makes me He doesn't make me laugh, but I'm talking
Were you on the same list besides that?
No, it's Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle, and then I would have to say Mike Epps because Mike Epps, he's an uncle in everybody's family. He's that uncle. But yeah.
And you're that uncle.
I could. No, I ain't. I don't know.
You're an uncle.
I am an uncle though. I ain't this uncle though.
Yeah. Who you think is missing from that lineup though? From those
Missing?
12? Like
I don't know if
who
anybody-
probably should be added into that?
I know who should be taken off.
Who.
Kevin Hart.
Ugh.
He's not funny.
I hate the.
He ain't that funny.
When he started, he was funny.
No. This is my metric for funny. Like, if you don't or can't write your own jokes and everything has to be prompted for you, and that proves that you're a comedic actor, then everything is like scripted for him. The people who are just funny, anyway, are the people we named. They just funny people. They don't have to try to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think Kevin Hart's really writing all his material?
Absolutely. He'll tell you. He got a team of people. He's a good comedic actor. He's funny to watch, and he's funny around other funny people.
Okay.
That's just, but
I'm not sure I agree, but like,
you think Kevin Hart's funny?
his first few specials were hilarious.
Yeah, they
I'm a grown little man, seriously funny.
Yeah, I get that, but they're
She
written.
said he ain't got no nipples.
Bro, that was hilarious.
But he didn't write it though.
It's about to go down. Like that's
I get it. It's
Gun
funny.
compartment.
It's funny.
Oh my God,
it's
that was
funny.
great.
I get it. It's funny. I get it.
yeah, his first few, that was one of his later specials, but his first specials were hilarious. Like, but I've seen him live, and I hate to say it, but his openers are funnier than him.
Well, you've proven my point even more.
Still,
I disagree because I saw him in different openers. I saw him live. I thought he was. Y'all gonna harp on me. I was gonna put him in my top 3.
Go ahead.
Of course you would.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Fire off your top 3.
So Bernie Mac is in my top 3.
Don't lie. Don't. You
No,
said
I
that
used to
'cause
watch. I used to watch Bernie Mac show all the time. Love Bernie Mac.
That's why you know who. Nah, see, that's why I know. Nah, you know him from the Bernie Mac show. Nah, bro.
Don't.
Name a movie he was in
What's
before Ocean's 11, please.
No, the one with Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, what? Oh my! See, this is what I'm talking about. The one with that shit.
You know what I'm talking
Guess
about,
who?
though, right?
Yeah, I know,
Guess
but
who?
that's
Yes.
the wrong movie to reference.
Hey, I grew up in a different
Golly.
childhood than you did.
Exactly.
When were you born? 93 or 92?
92.
He's born 5 years after me.
That's
That's
true.
still kind of no
Because
excuse.
Friday came out probably like 96
Was
or
he?
90. Exactly.
He was in Friday?
No, exactly.
I've seen Friday, but it's been a minute. But I've seen all the Fridays.
That's his debut.
Right.
That's what made him Bernie Mac is Friday.
I know, I was testing y'all. The third person I was going to say, but I grew up on, I don't know, Cat Williams, but my list ain't right. So.
I'm not mad at Cat Williams being your
I'm
top
not mad at Cat Williams being there.
3.
So you said
He's pretty
Kevin
funny.
Hart, Bernie Mac, and Cat Williams. I don't hate it.
Dave
I don't hate
Chappelle
it.
was a good choice too.
I don't hate your list.
But
But
Cat Williams would punch Kevin Hart in the face.
Oh, he would.
He can't wait to.
And I would die laughing at it. Who's number 1?
Bernie Mac.
you mean on this picture? Who is number 1? That's Richard Pryor.
Oh, who is number 1? You were asking who the person. Oh, wow.
That's
You didn't know who it was?
Richard Pryor.
I can't.
I still don't know who it is.
I can't flame him. You can't. I can't flame. I
okay.
can't flame him. I can't. It's Rich. You know, he's a
Num-
prominent
Numbers
black
2 through 12.
comedian.
Numbers
Okay.
2 through 12 wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was
I'll
the
have to-
first.
I'll have to check
first.
him out.
He was the first like controversial,
Okay.
Yeah.
like in your face, like
comedian. Everybody respected him. Everybody learned from him. Seinfeld, David, what's his name? The dude who created Seinfeld, Larry David. Like they all learned from
yeah.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor was the first. Like,
I honestly have
breakout.
never heard the name, but I'll check him out.
The only person though, he's not a great yet, but I love to see his stuff is Tony Baker. His
Tony
stand-up-
like Tony
Baker's
Baker.
funny, yeah.
Tony Baker
I
is
thought you were gonna say Earthquake though too.
oh yeah.
And Bruce and Earthquake.
Yes.
You got to go back to Comic View. You got to go back to Comic
Earthquake
View.
and Bruce. Those two dudes, both of them should be up in this conversation.
But like I said, those are people who are just naturally funny. You
Yeah.
sit down at a table with them and you gonna laugh no matter
Yeah.
what happens.
that to be at dinner with those two, oh my god,
It'd be a riot.
would be incredible. Okay, I got a scenario for you. You now, when you fly, you pay for. First of all, window seat or aisle seat on a plane.
Window seat
Or aisle
seat. I like to try to pick the aisle seat only because I like to be in control of, when I can go and get up and go to the bathroom.
Shoot, I'm being controlled. Excuse me.
You stupid.
because no, seriously, because the way I fly, I have a laptop. I'm probably doing something on the laptop. And so I want to make sure, I'm straight, and I ain't gotta.
All right. So let's say you got a window seat. Let's say you paid for a window seat and you get on, and then there's a kid and a mother, and the kid is like, I want to sit at the window, but you paid for this seat. And this parent is like, would you mind trading me so he can have the window seat? Would you give up your seat?
It depends on what she looked like. That's trash. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. No,
So if it's some loud, bad kid and the mama is just not your cup of tea,
I would probably do it.
you would?
Not
If I paid extra
A
for this
window
seat?
I mean, and window seat's my preferable, but I know with my heart, if I see someone with a kid, flying with a kid on an airplane, and then you have window seat, you have just a little bit more room. I know someone could say the aisle seat is more, but no.
Yeah, I'll give it to him then.
So I would.
Because you get the aisle then.
Yeah, because just not the middle. I'm just not trading for the middle.
No.
We're not sitting on a plane if we don't have to. Hey, but Emirates Airlines, amazing.
You flew Emirates when you went to Dubai?
Listen, we're Spirit over here, okay?
May the spirit of
we
God
are not. We are not
be with
Spirit.
you.
Nope. You by yourself on that one.
All right, let's get to why we're here. Actually learning about Davi, his work as a producer, his work on some films recently. We've mentioned a lot about Dubai. You helped produce a film.
Dojo in the Sky.
Dojo in the Sky, yeah. I was a co-producer. No, I'm sorry, an associate producer on this film called Beyond the Lights, and the music supervisor on that one. And then another one, a few months back before that one. But yeah, that's what I do now.
Now,
Music
is that
supervision.
one only released in Dubai?
It's only in theaters in Dubai right now while we're taping this, but it will be released to all streaming platforms. I would say I'm going to give it like February, March. They just got to find a distributor for it. And that's because that's the other part of the business that I work on too, is like things from inception. So the information I might give will probably be like before things happen sometimes. So.
Julia, do me a favor. Can you pull the preview for it so Levi can watch it? Or unless you already watched the preview for it? Because we're gonna air the preview on the
Is
on
it
the
the one
episode.
your dad shared?
I don't know what he shared.
Yeah,
He
would
shares
you-
a lot of stuff.
No, we're gonna keep filming while she
Yeah.
gets that ready.
So-
can we go back to like even like the beginning of David's calling to figuring out he was a producer? Because we
That's
talked
what I was about to ask.
right, because we talked about in the last episode of him kind of recognizing and realizing that being in a group with other people was
Your
not.
brothers suck.
Damn.
But like when I was thinking about this, like when you're in a group, the success of the group is dependent upon the group as a collective. And
Yeah.
that could be crazy stressful because you like, if these people would just get in gear and get on board and we could all have the same energy and get on the same wavelength, we could all move along further. So shifting from that to going off as a solo producer and understanding that, how did you figure out that producing was like, that's the move that you want to be a part of? Like, that's the move for you and not even, because like, you're talented, you could sing, you could be a musician. How did you know, I don't even want to really pursue that. I want to be a producer.
Yeah, I mean, I can pinpoint it to almost, the day and moment. And it was really just coming to a realization that I knew I was about to like energetically with effort compete, with the people that were like on the market at that time. We were talking about like early 2000s. We're talking about like early Usher, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Pop was really just kind of taking off in a way. And what we were doing, what I was doing, we were trying to market something that had never been seen and done before, but with like 30, 50% effort and 10% resources and relationships and having no idea as to how to pursue that. So, we're talking about like, really like jumping in the ring and understanding like where you are as a fighter. Like, so if we're going to compare this to, a boxer, we had been training with people who had never boxed. You know what I'm saying? We were just like looking at TV and saying, all right, cool, this is how you box. And not really knowing, the art or just understanding the art of it and understanding the business of it, which is way more important actually, as you discover that we were, it was going to take a lot more than what we had expected, and we had to really learn how to manage our expectations. And so that's what was really, the missing key was, expectations, understanding what we were really up against, and then really, making real decisions on how to, pursue that. And I just knew that like I wasn't about to like go down that road because, in reality, we would have had to start in LA when I was 10 years old. You know what I mean? Like, to really get an understanding of what we were doing versus we were all starting
because it's a different
all
level.
over again, and it was like, dang, do we really got that kind of time to like really, and do we have the effort and energy? Like, do y'all really want to do this? And so when I like really kind of assessed it for myself and said, okay, this is what it's really going to take. The manager that I had at the time, he was basically like, I think you got a way better shot, at producing music and, writing music for other people than doing this over here, because it's going to take a real amount of effort, time and energy and investment. People are going to have to spend money now. And so it wasn't cute no more. You know what I'm saying? Because we grew up all our lives, like, being told that we were great and all this stuff. And I started to realize like people just lying to us, because after a while, it ain't cute no more. It's not cute all the time. Like, so
we're not little kids.
Yeah. It's interesting as little kids, but it ain't cute no more when it's like time to spend real money on, all the things that it costs to pursue, a music career.
That's incredible. Cause like when I understand it. I think our dad was like so caught up in the fact that at the time when we were just really like as kids, we were children.
Yeah.
Doing this, we were children playing in a band, like literal children. Like Joshua was like 6 and 7 and 8 years old. We were children in a band, and then by the time we go to LA, I'm 15, 16 years old. We're young adults, and it's like, no, y'all about to be treated like men, and adults. And I don't think that, especially me and Joshua, we were not really ready. Or we really didn't even want to do it, and you could easily tell. Yeah, like every meeting, every rehearsal, every practice was like pulling teeth with us to like get it. And to be honest, I don't really feel like I was that talented anyway. Like studio sessions with my brother were horrible. Like because David, when as a producer, you have a vision, and the artist that you're working with. If you're David, the artist that you're working with, you're going to hit this vision that I got, or we're going to be here all night until you get it.
Absolutely.
Because we didn't have auto-tune.
I did. I just didn't use it for y'all. and I had a PC, so it was a little bit slower than the way I use it now. But yeah.
It was gruesome. I mean, take after take. Nope, it don't sound right.
It taught me something. I was learning in the process. They hated it, though.
Yeah, it was
making me better as a producer, but they were just like, nah. Not doing it.
Couldn't sing. I remember there was a time a couple of years ago when David was in town working with somebody here, and I happened to be in the room with him, and they were like, "Hey, why don't you sing this part?" And I was like, "I am not singing this part," because David was the producer on it, and they was like, "No, you could do it," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it," and David was like, "Hey, you know how I am," and I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Was it with?
I got so nervous.
It was with Tamba, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was with Tamba, and I was just like, and again, like,
how'd it go?
I did a little bit better, but again, like, it was still take after take, and I was like, oh man, I was this close to be like, hey, you know what? Never mind.
No, but that's just the nature of the studio.
That's the nature of working with TV. It's not the nature of the studio.
No, that's just the process. Stuff for Tamba Ali, right?
Yeah, we were working on a project, some years ago. Oh, right when the pandemic happened. Yeah, when the shutdown happened.
What did you say?
Pandemic.
Oh my goodness.
Pandemic.
All right. We gonna just breeze past that. How long have you been like actively, would you say, producing? Like when people say how long you've been doing this, how long you been in the game?
I started, with y'all, in Blue Springs in the basement, but I would say professionally, let's say 2003 when I first got my opportunity to do a soundtrack for a low budget independent film that was put out by Fox Searchlight.
Was that Gas?
Oh, okay.
Gas.
Love that movie. I watch that movie every now and then. I still have the DVD of it.
There's a
I got the DVD. Of course, I got the DVD. I think I ordered it from Amazon.
Gas was this, like I said, the first film that I did, and it was the first experience of me like actually working with a multitude of artists and creating a compilation of songs for, you know, one specific cause. And it's funny because the same dude, what's crazy is the same dude who was the assistant director for that film is now my partner. I was just on the phone with him yesterday because we work together now.
Nice.
Because he's a director for stuff now. And so 20 years later, yo, Davi, I got this film I'm doing. I want you to be the music supervisor and do the soundtrack. So it's just a testament of like, you know, that you should, you know, maintain, you know, relationships with, you know, people you start off with, because you never know, you know, where they're going to be 20 years from now. It could be your next check. It could be your next big opportunity. And that's just the way, you know, it is for a lot of things. Like I've learned to be able to hold on to a lot of the important relationships in my life or in my career. And things have been able to pan out, you know, and create, you know, blessings for myself and other people. So yeah.
When you did Gas, when you got the call or the approval, like, hey, the green light for Gas, did you feel like I made it?
No, absolutely not, because that check didn't say it at all.
How many times have you ever felt like this is it? I made it.
You want to be for real? Oh my God. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I love that answer.
How many times were you like, I made it?
It's just a terrible climate right now for this man. But I have to say it because it couldn't have happened any other way. But I was I don't know how. I think this artist found me on MySpace. Anyway, he found me or someone introduced him to me from MySpace. I met him, and then he took me to Joe Simpson's house. Joe Simpson, Jessica and Ashley Simpson's pops. At the time, he had created Newlyweds, and something else that was on MTV.
Was that him and Jessica and Nick?
Yeah, but whatever it was, Joe Simpson was the man in Hollywood at this moment for being the creator of celebrity reality TV shows. In this whirlwind of stuff going on, we also have an opportunity to go to meet this executive at Interscope. Anyway, it turns into us flying to New York and signing my artist to Diddy. That's when I felt like I had made it. Yeah. Because I was like, I'm in New York. I'm with Bad Boy. My artist is signed to Bad Boy.
Yeah.
We're in the studio. Puff is coming in and out. We got different A&Rs coming in and out. They're loving the records that we're doing. And I was like, oh, it's over from here. We gonna smash this summer. Oh my God, was I so
you were excited, but like also wrong. Naive. You just didn't know.
And it wasn't. And the thing is, we weren't on the wrong path in the sense of if the artist was a little bit smarter, it would have worked. Just a little bit smarter.
When people watch this, they're gonna say, you're a producer. You've worked with so many different artists. You've been in the room with so many different huge names. What's the biggest misconception about people making it in the industry? Because like this is a simple example. We have a podcast with a humble audience, but there are people that think we're really further ahead in our careers than we really are.
Okay, yeah, I love that question. Amazing question, Caleb, because the answer is that, okay, you asked the question, what's the biggest misconception? Is that these artists that you see are richer than they actually look, or they're bigger than they actually look.
Meaning they're more broke than they actually are, or they're actually richer than you think they are?
They're way more broke than you think they are.
Okay.
Interesting.
And they're not as financially astute or responsible or intelligent as we would like them to be. Because you got to understand something. Like when you hear about some of these artists getting a $500,000 deal, $1 million deal, you got to understand they have no experience in dealing with that type of money. And so it's all new to them. And the only thing that they have to go by is whoever's in their ear at the moment in time, whatever new lawyer they just, hired, blah, blah, blah. And what's happening is a whole lot of mismanagement of funds. The biggest misconception also is that they become delusional and wrapped up in their own world. And soon as anything stops popping off, you know, this may go viral, or they heard their song on the radio, or they got a little bit of a bump in some analytics somewhere. They're consumed by that little bit of success and believe that everyone sees it. When the reality is, if we hear your song on the radio, that artist has been working that record for a year before it got to the radio.
Yeah.
Or longer than that. If you see for instance, here's a new artist, you might know who he is, Jack Harlow, right? Mm-hmm. No one knows that Jack Harlow had been running around way before that with no facial hair, looking like a little nerd dude. But he's been working 10 years prior before that, writing songs for other people, trying to get his own career off the ground. Post Malone, same thing. He was really like a country, like bluesy artist before we heard White Iversons. And what just happened was he went back to that because he used the hip hop scene as a catalyst to create the optics that he needed to achieve, which is build an audience. And so, yeah, that's the biggest misconception, is that like they think once you get a deal, you made it, because the truth is a lot of these people, I mean, they might get deals, they might get opportunities, but you know, we only see, you know, at least from a record label standpoint, we only see probably 10% of the artists that they sign, maybe, because the rest of them, you got to understand, they get signed, somebody gets signed, and then the A&R that signed them gets fired. And then now the artists are just sitting duck at the label. Like they have no support, no resource, and they can't go nowhere because they're stuck in a contract.
But what does that mean to be like a sitting duck? Because I can think of one that a rapper that I really have never heard one song they've ever done, but they say they were signed to like Young Money, but this young female who was with Rob Dyrdek on on his show.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna say her name. It's not important.
Is it the one from Ridiculous?
Doesn't matter. Anyway, but I've never heard one song.
West Coast Chanel.
West Coast Chanel.
That's not her name. But I've never
that who
heard.
You're talking about?
I'm not gonna.
Boy, quit playing. Just
She's
say
great.
yes.
I'm not gonna say her name. But like, is she the bad case of? Is she the case of like maybe a bad A&R?
A lot of people are the case of a bad A&R, just a bad team. And because, you know, you get a lot of people where they get into a situation and the label has no idea what to do with them. Because the artist found some way to get some attention, to go viral some kind of way, to, you know, and now the label has switched up their whole production team, and now they don't know what to do with them. They don't know how to market them because they're in a new space. And a lot of the times these A&Rs and these record labels, they're trying to do cookie cutter type of marketing, cookie cutter promotion. Like what worked on this artist, it might work on this artist now. And a lot of, you know, what you got to do is, or what a lot of people are finding out, that they're not signing, you know, these acts like that anymore when it comes to just pure talent. Like, no, it's got to be something where they see motion in your movement, motion in your optics, motion in your career. Maybe it be, they see you doing a bunch of shows, or they see you, you know, doing well streaming, or they see you doing well selling some sort of lipstick or hoodies or whatever. And then they'll get involved with you at that point. But other than that, they're not signing people based on just a good voice anymore. Yeah. They're signing people based on virality and impact.
Is it easier now for someone to like get discovered because of social media?
Is the market harder?
Or because the market's so saturated now because everybody's on TikTok?
Well, I would say it's harder to get signed, but easier to exploit yourself. Like
get discovered?
Given that you use your tools the right way, your phone, and not just for scrolling. Because there's a lot of ways, like I said, to create exposure, but a lot of people are just not doing it right. Because, for instance, here's one little thing. Like, with the help of a record label, you get promotion, you get marketing. You have someone who has, you know, their job is to make sure the radio is playing your song 10 times a day for 90 days. Versus if it was left up to you, you're never going to do that. You're not going to sit up there and make sure that your song is in front of somebody's faces 10 times a day, because that becomes annoying to you. And that's where a lot of artists these days fail, in that sense, because they're not marketing, gurus. They just make the music.
Yeah.
And I get it, because it gets exhausting trying to figure out all these little, things of how to, expose yourself and get out there. Like it's easier because there's more resources available, but it's harder because it's so saturated. Everything is oversaturated now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. One say that's what it just seems like it would be, because someone can post a video and get 5 views. You have to have that one viral moment, but even that one viral moment can either, Hawk Tua, it worked out for her, but not everybody has the same. That's true. With the crypto.
And see, and that's the other thing. Like, so they think they get hot or whatever, and they try these things and they think it's going to work, and really, like, no, that wasn't the move.
No, it was not.
That was not the move.
No. So tell me a little bit about Dojo in the Sky. What is it about? How did it get started?
Dojo in the Sky, the name, let me start with that, came about from, when did I start this? 2014. I was working with this executive producer, record producer named Kevin Lewis, who is not with us now. Shout out to Ramsey and the rest of the family. Love y'all. But we were working together for about 1.5 years until he left us, and he taught me or us like the art of creating the environment for hits to be made, creating the environment for creativity to flourish and thrive. And he was the first person to really like lay it out for me as to the job or the function of a producer, or not a producer, a record producer, a legendary record producer. And he said, it's not about being the best musician, the best piano player, or even the best songwriter, or being the best engineer. It was about, can you bring together a team of people to create the outcome that you desire? And if it's a #1 hit record or a top 10 record, or if it's, something of impact, you gotta, move with that type of militant diligence. And so, and what all it really was is, understanding how to make people feel comfortable, how to bring people to their best version of themselves, in the creative space, and how to create a safe space for creators to where they don't feel inhibited or what's the word, restricted. Because a lot of times, creators are environments, they find themselves in environments where, they don't feel safe, they don't feel comfortable, they don't feel, like themselves, for whatever many different reasons. And so the goal of, my brand Dojo in the Sky was to create, a safe space for creativity and creatives to flourish and thrive,
Nice.
So whatever that means, it's really just for me about the effort. So if that means, just, having a clean space to sit down and write, or renting out an Airbnb where we all, go off and seclude ourselves somewhere and focus and lock in. But yeah, that's really what, the brand is about, is, like I said, this haven, the safe haven where creativity can thrive.
Was really cool. Asina birthed from that?
No, Asina was actually birthed from, to talk about Asina, which is a talent platform for artists to come, be developed, to discover, assistance in whatever direction that they want to go in, music wise, film wise, all that type of stuff. But Asina was birthed from Walter Afanasieff and Oleg, the two partners who came up with this idea to create a platform for artists to have their music reviewed by professionals, mentors, and really find ways to connect and create a social space for all the creatives, on this network. So that's where, Asina was birthed from.
Did you tell me Randy Jackson was involved with Asina?
Yeah, he was, with Walter, Randy Jackson, because it started off as like this Making the Band / American Idol hybrid of a show, where we flew in like 30 different creatives from all across the world, literally, put them up in a house in the Hollywood Hills and put them through this developmental boot camp, where we would take them from, inception of an idea all the way to a live performance on stage, hosted, by Randy
Yeah.
Jackson and this whole, team of production. So it was kind of crazy. But yeah, this like I said, the same guy who wrote and produced the Christmas album for Mariah Carey, like Walter, he's the one that came up with this whole idea to find ways and how to, help develop artists. And
Because you're heavily involved with Ascena now, right?
yeah, I'm one of the mentors there for sure.
And is that
Producers
officially, is that something that anyone can join?
Anyone can actually definitely join Encina. And I would encourage people to, especially in places like Kansas City where resources, need to be had. Like, it's definitely a resourceful tool for people who need content made, who need, mentorship, who need reviews, who just need some resources, finding, ways to get their music out. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And going back to Dojo in the Sky, because I'm learning about more of the concept about it. I've heard about Dojo in the Sky for a while. I've seen his hoodies, all this stuff. I thought it had something to do with boxing because I know that you're a boxer.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Not because it says Dojo.
The confidence between that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a boxer. I would knock your ass out.
Absolutely. I'll be boxing. Don't let this fool you.
So where does the boxing? Is that just a hobby or?
Boxing is my new favorite hobby for sure, but it's a healthy hobby. I encourage everybody to jump into something where you can get a practical workout in. But boxing, yeah. Shout out to Prevail. You know what I'm saying? That's the gym I'll be at.
Yeah.
Prevail Boxing.
Prevail Boxing, baby.
Who is an artist or even a person, an entity, or brand that you would love to do business with?
You can say me.
He doesn't know you sing.
Oh, yes, he does. He's been to church.
An entity I would love to do business with?
Because I was going to just ask, like, who's a musician or an artist, but now I'm like, who's an entity? What is an entity or a person?
Honestly, I can't say a person, but I definitely want to be involved in the space, travel, entertainment. If you don't know what that means, I'm talking about when they do orbit, tours, stuff like that. There's definitely going to be a sector of entertainment. I know it's going to pop up. We're going to have to train people how to perform in zero gravity. We're going to have to train people how to sing, cook, and
looking way ahead. You got this down.
Oh, no, I mean, it's not even, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Virgin Galactic is a real thing. So I'm just saying, I just.
Did you know this?
No, I didn't know that. He's in LA. They are years ahead of Kansas City.
I'm just saying, people are booking flights to be in orbit, to vacation in orbit. So
people need to wait till that stuff's been successful for a minute.
They're not gonna wait. What I'm saying.
What was that pod thing that went to the
submarine?
Yeah.
We're not talking about that. They were just being dumb. But what I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't fly in space.
All right.
But yeah.
No, that's cool.
That's fun. Because if it were me, like somebody that I would love to like at least have a conversation with would be 50 Cent. Not because of his overall as a businessman.
Did you see his weight loss recently?
No, but I've enjoyed everything that Curtis Jackson has done recently. Like I've read a couple of his books.
I'll have to show you.
You read a couple of his books? Mm-hmm. That's good. That's dope.
Yeah, him. I would love to do business with him because it's a smart man.
You never guess who I would say.
Who would you say? You say Adele, I'm gonna walk out.
Do you know Adele?
Man, if you don't get off Adele's.
Listen,
I'm sorry to say it. I shouldn't have said it like that.
I can sing Adele songs, and I want to sing a song with her.
Did you know that him and Julia, like, they are both musicians and they both like are working on an upcoming album?
I heard. Yeah, you know what? I knew Julie was a musician. Yeah,
they're both working on.
I didn't know.
We'll have to play some of their music for you.
I don't really do what she does. She's the real mastermind.
Hey, actually, you know what? There's a song on SoundCloud I'm gonna play for you that Julia produced.
Trust?
Yes, bro. I'm telling.
It's a cover.
I don't care. Julia produced the whole thing.
I'm gonna skip to this because I want to know the answer to this question. If you have insight,
what is it?
Is the Illuminati real?
Are you stupid?
I mean, it's real if you want it to be.
Great. All right, so we're gonna take a look at
Not answer the question.
Yes, he did. Just get off of
Are
it.
you in the Illuminati?
Shut up.
I mean, I've been trying to join for a long time.
So
they ain't called me yet. As soon as they call me, I'm joining. I'm letting y'all know. Don't play. I'm joining.
He gonna come back next time with the.
For real. I'm already wearing it.
If it comes with it.
What? So where did this come from? Like, what is this?
It's a Condoro. Yeah, I got it in Dubai. Like that's when I went over there to do the
Okay.
He was in
promo.
Dubai promoting the
movie.
upcoming film Beyond the Lights.
Yeah,
Lights.
which the trailer.
Let's take a look at this trailer real quick. Thank you,
Ooh,
Julia.
it's right there, bam.
Is that Victor Stanton? I'm a fashion model.
Light-skinned motherfuckers always think they a model, don't they? How you gonna look like a model, move like a mannequin?
Mr. Network Star, you can add leading man to your resume now.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about. I got this income.
You're my #1 guy. We're not a businessman.
We're businessmen.
What's your name?
Nefertari.
Never met anyone from the UAE before.
I don't know if this is what I want for the rest of my life.
We're gonna be crazy together.
Are you sure?
Would I lie to you?
He's right. Where is he? You all are running some kind of side sex hustle?
There's no smashing going on up in here, right?
Well, I'm smashing.
بيتك هداك الكاميرون مش معقول انه لا صدقته انه هو صدقني.
Oh, she cussed you out in Spanish?
Just help me get my woman back.
Wait, are you serious?
Show up here again, and they will have you arrested.
I'm asking y'all as my brothers, man.
I'm in.
Looks like we going to Abu Dhabi.
We're close personal friends of Neff.
I know who Nefertari is, but I don't know who you are.
Could we get your name?
Fatma.
Fatima.
We got these video phones. Let's go out and shoot something new.
You sure this is a good idea?
Good idea or bad idea?
We need this.
Yo, we have 630,000 subscribers.
It's us, brothers. We're what's new.
The theme is social media stars. After this, everybody and their mom is gonna be doing a vlog. How many wives can you have here?
I have one, but I can have more.
Nice. So was this filmed in Dubai?
Yeah, so half of it was filmed in Chicago, parts of it in LA, and then the other half of it in Dubai. The UAE government actually gave the producer some funds to
Nice.
shoot all the stuff that you see there in Dubai. A lot of that stuff has never been seen in film before, so yeah,
So it's kind of
it's a special kind of piece. Yeah.
That's really cool that you got to be working on the project.
So you had talked about your relationship with the producer. His name was like Elijah Long.
Elijah Long, yeah.
So he was the assistant director.
No, he wasn't. He was actually an artist that I was developing back in 2006. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he was a rapper pursuing a rap career who later evolved into he was directing videos, producing videos, and then he started producing TV shows and TV segments, and that's how he jumped into being one of the producers on the last Rambo movie, and that got him his a gig to come on board with Beyond the Lights.
And so then he calls you.
And then he calls me 20 years later and says, "Hey, I got this film I'm in charge of now, and I want you to do all the music," because there was even music that we recorded 20 years ago that we put in the film.
Did he call your cell phone number? Like he still had your number hasn't changed in 20 years?
No.
Or
He hit me up he hit the DMs. Yeah, he hit me up on
That's crazy.
Instagram. Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, DV."
Yeah.
Interesting. So
That's how it works.
You've worked on other films. Is this the biggest film you've ever worked on? Because you got to go to the premiere in Dubai, right?
Yeah. I would say, is it the biggest one?
This is one of the bigger projects he's been on.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger projects, I guess you could say.
Because he was also involved with the music supervision over Monday Night Football for.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Really?
Yeah. For like 2 years, the NFL did a deal with ESPN and Genesis Motors, and we had the opportunity alongside with my boss Venus Brown to produce the halftime shows for Monday Night Football.
Wow.
And
That's
so,
awesome.
what years was that? 2018,
I think
2019?
it was about 5 or 6 years ago, because I remember I was there. I was in town for one of the ones, and you told me to come down to where you were because it was, what was it? Who was it? Gwen Stefani you were shooting that day, or was it Fergie? It might have been
probably
Gwen.
Fergie with the Black Eyed Peas.
Stop it. It was Gwen Stefani.
No,
It
because
was Gwen Stefani, the music song. It was Christmas song, right?
Yeah,
it was.
She was in the
that was in
Super
L.A.
Bowl?
No, it wasn't Super Bowl. It was
so
halftime shows.
regardless. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was Monday Night Football.
I was thinking Super Bowl shows.
Monday Night Football halftime shows. For 2 seasons, we did that.
Nice.
Yeah, he called me and told me, "Hey, come down where I'm."
And I got you in.
No, I never went. I went shopping instead.
Oh, so you've been around some A-list celebrities.
Yeah, I've recorded a lot of people.
What's that like? I mean, I'm sure now it's second nature to you.
Yeah,
but like, what was it like when you first got to, make it big and be around stars?
No, I want to ask: have you ever been like starstruck? You were like, "Hey, be cool, be cool, be cool." Like, who walked in the room where you had to like, "Hey, chill, just be cool." Or did you ever like fawn over somebody?
Or was that P. Diddy?
No.
Shut up.
No, he mentioned that earlier.
He mentioned being hyped over this opportunity, but I don't think Diddy walked in. He was like, "Oh my God, it's Puff."
At that time, there was no controversy.
Right,
Diddy was a huge star. Like, if he would have walked in a room and I was there, I would have been starstruck.
I don't know because I've been around a lot of people, and I'm just trying to remember like who I was like I guess fighting to like see or whatever. I don't know, but. Because the only person, like, I keep thinking about, I haven't met this person yet, and that's when I know I'll be kind of starstruck. But that would be Halle Berry, though. Like, I'm waiting for my opportunity. Because we got the same birthday.
Do you really?
That's going to be your intro. Hey, you know we got the same birthday, by the way?
Absolutely. That's the first thing I'm
by
going to say. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to kick it. One of these days before we both leave. We're going to kick it, though.
Have you ever turned down a deal or passed up something that you regretted?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was this one time... very early in my career, I passed up an opportunity to work with the Neptunes, who you know now as Pharrell Williams, because I didn't know Logic. And then the second one, and that's because I didn't know any better at the time, was later on in my career where I was working with the artist that I got signed to Puff, and we were in New York. And I had a partner back in LA who I started this venture with of producing these songs for like a teenage artist. And he kept begging me to come back to LA, please. I gotta get you in with this artist, this girl, they gonna sign her. And I was like, nah, I don't know. And he was like, but it's Will Smith's kid. And I didn't know who he was talking about. I assumed he was talking about Jaden because Willow wasn't in the picture at this time, or we didn't know about Willow at all. And I was leveraging, I got an artist who signed to Bad Boy right now. Like, I can't leave. Puff is expecting these records, and this artist is like on my back. Like, no, we got to do this, and this. We going hard. Man, I missed an opportunity to work with Willow Smith and to do her first single. I had this song that I did called Rockstar Barbie, and Will Smith wanted the song, and they loved it, but they wanted me to come back and like produce it. And
you goofball.
I goofball, and
could you imagine if you got to meet Will Smith?
And then she ends up signing with Jay-Z, and that was we met. I'm still mad about it because that would have been like, oh my God, if things had played out so differently, I would have left that situation, produced, Willow, and had an artist signed to Rock Nation at the time. Like, that would have been the move. But
yeah,
man.
Golly, oh my God!
What is
it makes my stomach hurt.
One more
time.
question: What is the goal from here? What is your big vision?
To keep building the spaceship, man. Like, I've been working on the spaceship, and what I mean by that is, what I describe it to be a spaceship because of the climate of where this business is going. We want to create an independent, platform where I can create my own opportunities for artists, put out my own artists, and like I said, not rely on the big machines, the Sonys and the Interscopes and the majors to fund my initiatives, because I got a lot of ideas when it comes to the developmental space for artists and helping artists get from point A to B, from B to C, and so on, because it's a lot of it's the Wild Wild West out here. Let me just put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about your relationship with the there's a show. I think you did a show. I might be wrong, but you did a show and a movie with BET. You did a show.
Yeah, Incision.
That's the one I was talking about. Your dad shared.
Oh yeah, Incision. Oh yeah, because I've done a number of things with BET. So I did what's the other one called? I did All the Queen's Men, and there's something else I worked on with them. But I was just getting songs over to them. But no, the movie I music supervised for and has music on is Incision, and that's on BET Plus right now. But that's actually got some artists from Kansas City here on that project too. And so to reiterate on that question, the answer is, like I said, to create a spaceship that I can we can produce opportunity. Like I said, I want to come back and create more opportunity for artists here, like Kylan, my boy, Mississippi, my boy, an artist I work with out here named Laura Noble, and even you guys, in the sense like there's going to be things where it's going to call for the type of vibes that you create, and it's just it's my pleasure to be in those conversations, to know who's looking for what, and how to obtain that for people. So yeah,
we're gonna have Laura Noble on here soon.
Who's that?
She's a local artist out here in KC. I went to her showcase at the Voodoo Lounge.
Nice, let's do it.
Dope Latin artist though too. Like I got some plans with her to create a bit more of some Afro Latin music, some Afro reggaeton music this coming year, because I'm definitely hitting the festival circuit heavy this year. Yeah.
Nice. How many artists do you have under you?
Technically one. I've only ever signed one artist to me my whole career, like the one only Dojo in the Sky artist. Everybody else was a trial period. But the one artist I actually signed to be is Whitney, and you guys are definitely gonna be hearing about Whitney.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very talented, and one of my favorite artists to work with. And the reason why, like I said, she's the only one I signed because like when it comes to like I said, this business and understanding how to pick a star, you know what I'm saying, and we're not just working with like someone who can sing, you know what I'm saying, or someone who can
have the whole
like and it's a team behind Whitney and what we do with her campaign. So yeah, Whitney's the only one that I've signed to Dojo in the Sky, and we're taken to the stratosphere. So
hey, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about it. Excited to see what's coming up for you.
Yeah.
I got a question. Okay, so the last question for you. It might be a two-parter. What is one thing up and coming new artists or hopeful artists? What's one thing they're not doing enough of, and what's one thing they need to stop doing immediately? Well,
let me start with stop doing immediately. You need to stop thinking people care about you immediately. People don't care.
Hey, it's the truth. Listen though, I mean,
people don't care about your music. Stop thinking people are gonna like your music
just because it sounds good.
Just to you, it sounds good to you,
and it probably really don't. To be honest. So, and then what was? But the first thing you said that they're not doing enough of.
Then they're not doing enough of
practicing. People are not. Most of y'all artists are trash. Trash. Like you're not practicing enough, and that was one thing Caleb can definitely attest to coming up. Like I'm a huge believer in practice. I had music teachers that screamed, preached over and over to practice.
Shout out Jerry Leeper.
But Jerry Leeper? Jerry Leeper is probably one of the greatest music teachers in the world. I hope he hears this too. He ain't seen me in a long time, especially not like this. I'm gonna be like Mr. Jerry Leeper. Because I owe a lot to him. That man taught me discipline and how to be militant about your craft. Mm-hmm. If I'm a bully in the studio, it's his fault. I promise. His attention to detail and his care, because he was so passionate about us being not just good, but great. You know what I'm saying? So
he could tell when one player was off.
No, his ear is impeccable. So I learned saxophone and played in the jazz band under the direction of Jerry Leeper. And him as a jazz, instructor and teacher, oh my God. That's why my ear is the way it is, because it had to be amazing. You had to be amazing to play with Jerry Leeper. Mm. And so I just really, I just feel sorry for all the musicians and artists who didn't get that same type of training and development that I got. A lot of us got, because these, oh my God, to ask the question, what are these artists not doing enough of? It's literally just working on their effing craft, bro. Like they are, most of y'all are trash. I'ma just like, and y'all know it. It's not.
No, they don't. Because when you started this episode, you said they have to be delusional.
Yeah.
So they don't know.
No, but these, you can't get up on any stage and forget the words to the Star Spangled Banner. That's what these kids is out here doing.
You got to think about some of the artists. When you see Travis Scott's, who's another rapper? Like when anybody starts off with, if you ever get footage of their first shows, it's 3 people in the crowd.
Yeah, and that's cool.
It's trash then.
No.
Nobody. You're right.
But
no one cares then.
No. There's a difference between what I'm talking about is in trash and versus nobody cares. You can be amazing and well versed in your craft, and people not show up and nobody can. But that doesn't mean you should stop. I'm talking about people who create the optics of greatness and they're really not that good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people because the person who's great and only 3 people show up. There's plenty of stories where you get a world-renowned musician who plays a violin and he's at the subway. You know what I'm saying, doing his thing, and nobody pays attention. That doesn't mean he's trash. That just means he's on the wrong stage because in a few hours he goes and plays at the Grand Opera and it's a sold out concert. It's the same person, different stage. All I'm saying is these artists aren't built the way we got built. They didn't grow up practicing in a garage. They didn't grow up singing at church. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, are the people that we call our greats, your Adeles, your Whitney Houstons, your Mariah Careys. They grew up, where they had the opportunity to exercise their craft in church, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where they had room to play in the sandbox with their craft, their talent. And the way these younger artists are growing up these days in this climate, in this, this era, they're growing up on YouTube, they're growing up on Instagram, TikTok,
yeah.
And their example is somebody who's going viral on TikTok. It's not.
And it may just be for the day.
And literally just for the day. And their example of who great is
skewed.
Terribly skewed.
Not skewed. Skewed.
It's messed up.
I really can't speak, can I?
Nope.
Joel,
so yeah, I hope that answered your question, efficiently and thoroughly.
You guys are trash, apparently.
No, it's trash.
But I will say, so don't forget. So Beyond the Likes, is there anywhere you can rent that movie, or is it only?
No, you can't rent it just yet, but it will. Like I said, it will hit digital streaming platforms. We're guessing 60 to 90 days. Okay. We just got to strike a deal. Like I said, I be talking about things from inception before things happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Here, in the States, because like I said, it was only released, in the UAE. So
yeah, no, I'm excited to let us know when it gets released.
I'll be absolutely. We're gonna do a whole campaign on it and everything with Asina. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy because then you'll get to be, if you follow David's Instagram, you'll get to see like the press tour, the US press tour.
Yeah.
When the distribution happens, because there's gonna be promotion and trailers for it that get released here. So it'll be cool. It'll be fun.
That's super exciting.
Yeah,
that's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, again, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely, it was good. It was cool hanging. You know what I'm saying?
We've been wanting to have him on for a while, but
since we started,
he just never come home.
Nah,
never comes home.
And you see why? We just had a blizzard here 2 days ago.
Amen.
Blizzard.
Man, I'm over the snow. I'm investing in the snowplower.
You need to.
I already looked on Amazon
because your driveway is trash.
It is.
So you know what? That actually brings us to our weekly segment.
That's crazy.
The only thing I got for folks that are in Kansas City, can y'all stay home? Like for real? Like I'm tired. There are so many cars along the highway right now that are just buried.
Oh, I know.
Buried. I'm an idiot. Y'all can't. A lot of y'all can't drive.
Did you see the video that went viral of the person? It was Independence. I know the ramp. They
jumped out of the car as they were They weren't. They were.
And then they
were sliding slowly. Panicked,
did they end up going into
jumped
traffic?
Out of the car
and just left the.
Yeah.
Their car started to veer sideways, and they were like
instant. Just okay, bye.
Just hopped out the car, and the car just slid off into the ditch. Nothing
if you
wrong.
don't know what video I'm talking about, Julie. Okay, you do. Okay, good.
Yeah, nothing happened. The car is fine. The person's fine. They started going sideways, and it was like, I'm out. It just
hilarious.
Yeah. No, people are still well, and it's clear we did not expect this much snow. Because
I shoveled 3 times.
I've shoveled once, and I
can tell.
Listen, that took 2 hours. The snow had blown up, and it was like 2 feet high of snow. I almost had a heart attack. Listen,
luckily I had help. David got out there and helped.
David, I'm not fit.
Learn how to drive. Keep your 2-door sports cars in the driveway.
Well, today I learned that the phrase is not cold as hell.
Excuse me?
So you know how people be like, it's cold as hell outside.
Right. What about it?
And I Googled it just to verify because, but it's actually cold as hail.
It's cold as hail?
It's cold as hail. Which makes more sense because that actually has to do with coldness.
But what about there's fire that is so hot it actually burns? Like it's... No, wait. Forget what I said. Never mind. David, what you got? You got another segment for us this week?
Another segment?
Or do you just want to show some gratitude to people?
Gratitude to people.
Say one nice thing about Caleb.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
That's the first person I ever heard say that's easy.
Yeah, that's
easy. You see, he ain't said nothing yet. That's easy. That's easy.
Yeah,
just wait till
one nice thing about Caleb. You know what? I just love how much of an adult Caleb is.
Oh,
I just keep saying it because I'm the most irresponsible adult I know.
You really be lying to your brother on the phone.
What you mean?
You know what I mean.
I really don't.
He thinks you a grown ass adult.
No, he is because he got a job at a corporation.
That's true. Look at you.
Oh, okay, first of all, that's
on a pickleball league.
That's bare minimum stuff. Pickleball league don't.
He be having responsibilities and people rely. He's a dad, but I'm saying more than just his son relies on him. Like a group of people at this company where a whole bunch of white people work at rely on him, and that's amazing.
Let me tell you, I disappoint those people every day.
I'm glad you do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
But he somehow keeps a job.
Reminder emails I get. Hey, Caleb, still waiting on that spreadsheet you promised 2 days ago.
Last question. This one's gonna be hard for you. Say one nice thing about me.
We could do that. One nice thing about you. You know what? Thank you for being Caleb's friend. You're doing a good job at maintaining the friendship. Because I know how hard it could be. Because Caleb is a derivative of my personality in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? And I can see how that could be difficult being his friend because my friends they like me, but they don't really like me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really like Caleb.
Yeah, so
no, I'm just kidding. It's not true.
It is what it is. I'm not hurt by that.
No, if I invest time in someone, I like you.
Good.
So
I like your haircut, Levi.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for checking us out, guys. Check Davi out on socials. We're gonna link you below.
Bam.
He'll have all of his business
How many
ventures.
social?
You don't post a lot though. You do a lot through your stories.
I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I do need to hire a social media manager. So anybody out there who wants to try to manage anything that I got going on, hit me up. But
check out his artist Whitney.
Yeah, check out Whitney. We're about to be on stage this year.
If she needs a male backup, I can't actually sing.
We'll see.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Could you imagine if a song come out? I don't even need my name on it, but I'm just like, hey, that's my voice.
You want your name on it. Hey,
Definitely.
Thanks for watching,
That's true
folks.
because that's how you get the money.
Let me close out the episode. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Hey, we really got it.
Yeah.
Nah, I got some ideas.